Years, according to the situation, that's why I was forced to come up with such a business. Because me, I'm a teacher right now. I'm in 3 months, and they stopped us from working.
Where are you teaching?
I'm teaching to All Saints National Primary School. It's a private organization whereby they pay every day you've worked. But right now, I've spent 3 months not working, not earning any kind of coin. That's why I've sorted up with this hustling. And as I'm trying, but what pisses me off is all the ministers who apply everything in our country into politics, because I heard them advertising those big companies of, please don't buy the masks from the hawkers. But why is it so? What is the difference between the mask of a hawker and that of a big company? This is politics in everything. Unless you mean that you want the poor people, those who are hustling, to die, then you want maybe to make Uganda a country of only rich people. But then if not so, you people let people hustle and try and to survive. Then those who cannot survive, let everybody market by him or herself, but not a minister, moreover a minister of the whole country, of the entire government, including me. Then it's worse enough, more so worse, to be marketing those people of big companies, and then you decampaign people like we, who are just under God, on the hand of God. Then, on top of that, what pisses me off is the donors who donate everything to the government, and then they chew those things. You people don't forget God is there. You may believe that you are standing on those things, you are cheating from people, all the donations you have cheated them, but then don't think you will survive with them. There is God who is up watching. Do everything you are doing when you know that there is God. I'm telling you, that's what I can say. They are very healthy in a way that when you handle it, you first wash our hands. For example, like we who are selling them, we bathe early morning as we are coming to business, as other works, because we respect our business. And all over the Kampala, all over the stations we are selling, like right now from the other point, there is a tank whereby we wash our hands with the soap, we sanitize, and we handle them very well. Every after 30 minutes, we can wash our hands. Every after 30 minutes, we wash our hands. Therefore, these things are so healthy. There is no any implications on these things. Just it's politics which the minister applied to decampaign the hawkers. I think maybe these big companies, they donate them, they facilitate them to decampaign us. But there is no any other thing. There is no difference between these of hawkers and those of them. Even if they bring them on the market, you will see they are of the same quality, in the same looking.
How much do you sell your masks?
We are selling this mask at 1,000 each, and we buy a carton at 8K, 9K, 85, meaning I'm benefiting like 3,500 from a carton or 4,000. And at the end of the day, I can make like 15,000 just to survive when I consider the transport, because right now we are hiring the bikes. You hire a bike at 10K, 8K, 6K, because no way we can afford the way of traveling. But then I'm requesting the government of us to be fair to all people, because our constitution is saying all people are equal. We are all equal, whether big, small, any kind of.
So these people who are giving you money, purchasing the face masks,
yeah.
Is it healthy you touching that money, and after touching, what do you do?
Of course, it's not healthy, as you know, it's not healthy because we don't know how many hands it has passed through. But then after handling this money, we keep it and then we go wash our hands. Every after 30 minutes, we wash. This is an advice to everybody who is doing the same business. We have all over the tanks, like the other side there is a tank. After here, like in 30 minutes, I go wash our hands. Actually, this is an advice to each who does such a business and is not washing hands. Please, every after 30 minutes, we have to go and wash our hands. This is how we are advised from the people who sell to us these things. Every after 30 minutes, we go and wash our hands with the soap. As we are told that the soap and water is the same as sanitizer. They are
What's
all
your name
equal.
again?
And my name is Kwichiza Ananias.
Amanya gange wampita eby'obufuzi okuva ensambya naye okuva Museveni bwe yalookinga eggwanga lyaffe n'agamba tuve ku mirimu gye tukola tusooke tudde waka olw'obulwadde bwa coronavirus. Twakiwuliriza ne tudde ewaka ne tubeerayo ne bagamba tunaabe mu ngalo, ne tubeera nga tunaaba mu ngalo nga tukozesa sabbuuni buli kimu ne sanitizers. Naye abantu abalala nga ffe aba wansi tetusobola kufuna sanitizer kubanga bakola ki? Bamuseera. Ate ne mask ze bagambye mbuno bakola wano mu ggwanga lyaffe tetunaba zifuna. tufunako zino ezaffe ze twekolera ezitava mu kampuni naye omuntu wa bulijjo zasobola okukola n'afunako akatini. Naye ate tubadde tuli wano naye tuli mu bweraliikirivu bw'amaanyi nnyo kubanga zino masiki tuzitunda naye nze nvudde waka naabyeko mu ngalo ne sabbuuni n'amazzi ne sabbuuni naye simanyi muganda wange oba naye kyakoze kye kimu okujja wano okukubo nga amaze okunaaba mu ngalo kubanga ffenna tetumanyi obulamu bwaffe buli butya tetumanyi temperature oba muganda wange ali atya oba ono gwenguza masiki akute mu nsawo agyemu ssente azimpadde zo ye ali atya obulamu bwe. Ekyandikoleddwa nga wano esawa zino nga bwe tutunda masiki wano ku kkubo wandibadde batuteerako drum ne sabbuuni ne tubeera nga buli bw'otundayo masiki ng'olina okunaaba mu ngalo kubanga sawa zino obulwadde bwaba buli mu ggwanga kyemanyi abangi abali wano ku street ku 155 bayinza okuba bali balwadde olwedde tukutte ssente zitali zimu na zimu naye embeera ki etuleeteredde ekyo kubanga emirimu gyaffe twagisuulawo kati omulimu oguliwo gwa masiki kati abantu baba advisinga okwambala masiki naye wadde tubawa masiki zino ndaba tetuzisprayinze ziri wano tuzijja eri ku kkolero nga we tuzireeta nga we tuzisappulayinga ne tutunda nabo abantu tebafuddeeyo okwebuuza masiki zino zivuddewa ziri zitya shegeera naye tusobodde okuzitunda lwa mbeera ewaka batuwa akawunga naye akawunga ekituufu kaweddewo kilo 6 n'ebijanjalo kilo 3 biweddewo naye omuntu wa wansi tetulina kyakulya so omulimu omwangu tugenze sanga masiki gwe mulimu ogulimu ki ku ssente nga olunaku osobola okuyingiza emitwalo 6 okoze ekitini nnyo mitwalo 2 ng'amagoba buli masiki njitunda nusu 10 naye njisubula nusu 5 kakitegeeza buli masiki njigobako nusu meka 5 so kyoboolaba sawa zino ndi wano tuli batini naye abangi nabo balina ekirowoozo kyakujja kukola ki kutunda masiki naye obulamu bwaffe bwe kiba kituufu coronavirus eri mu ggwanga lyaffe tuli mu matigga.
So, you see, the problem is that we have these COVID-19 cases rising up, so I have to be vigilant, you know. Yeah, I have to mask up. I have to, since I'm a rider, I have to put on glasses to prevent the dust from trucks. Yeah.
How much did you buy your face mask?
My mask, this was 3,000. Yeah.
Is it reusable?
Yes, it's reusable. I usually sanitize it when I reach town, and then I wear it. Like sometimes I even wash it and iron it, but I've only done that once.
So what message do you have to those people who have not made it in a metro putting face masks?
Guys, this is your health. You already know this, but then you just want to see somebody die so that you do what? You don't have to wait for somebody to die to do it. You already know what's going on in developed countries, countries that are doing more great than Uganda. So you need to think of your life. You need to think of everyone in the society. You know, the government alone cannot do this. You do not stand for yourself. We stand as we, okay? Yeah. N'abantu benkwatagana nabo abayitirivu obulamu bwabwe ekintu kikulu. COVID-19 yajja mu nsi muno naye abantu abasinga balinze omuntu omu oba omulala oba gwe bamanyi afe. Teweetaaga kulinda ekyo. Teweetaaga kulinda muntu yenna kukola kikusooka kufa gw'olyoka okole ebintu nga bw'olina obbikola. Gondera amateeka oyanguyirwe. Ebintu bingi abantu ate mu kaseera kano abantu bagifuula bizinensi. Olina omusanga ng'aseera ki? Aseera masiki, muno obupima temperature babuseera, sanitizer bamuseera, ekintu ekyo si kya bwenkanya. Lowooza eri abantu kuva kulaba nga cases ezo tuzijjawo tulina naffe okubeera nga tukola kite tuseera bintu tuyambagane mu kaseera kano akazibu nga bannayuganda kijja yamba omu bwafa ayinza okuwasaganya relative bo that's it. Twakubyeyo n'oluyimba olwa corona nga ba comedians mufube okulaba nga mulunoonyereza. Twabaddeyo ewa Atini oluyimba lwafulumya message nnungi. Ekirala senga sebbanga okoze ebintu bingi nnyo naye bakuwa sente z'abakomediyani n'emmere y'abakomediyani emmere walyandye babbalamu baani bonna baamuwa ne bebekulu n'amukwasa yali abirye. Sebbanga weddeko ogamba nti gwakulira abakomediyani ab'Oluganda ekyo ekitiibwa nakikugyeko era Anodan Albrizi twavudde mu kibiina kyo twagenze mu Uganda Comedians Association eyo tukka yeyekulibwa Bujingo Hannington kuba wewali obwenkanya be bakola ku message ekola kyakalanka Patrick Wakalabye akagundi Wakalabye aka Patrick Wakalabye n'akayimba aka corona bafulumiza ate n'obuyambi bujja ne Sebbanga lekera okwezibiza obuwunga twawulidde obutwale 50 kakati ago gennyini atandise okugagaba ate ampulira abalala bagamba agagaba bamuweemu omuceere tekiriyo Sebbanga kyokola.
Yes, sir. I'm fair, sir. How are you? Yes. Yes, yes. Una ni una sikutege. Francis where?
Yeah.
Communicates to us again, but as of now only vehicles with stickers given by Ministry of Works are allowed to move, but those without stickers, your vehicles are going to be impounded and you will have to face the law because you are not permitted to move on the road. It is only those vehicles which have stickers that will be allowed to move, but those without stickers, your vehicles are going to be impounded and the police will have to take you to courts of law because there is no way that you will be allowed to keep on moving on the roads. Yet the guidance was very clear that vehicles are not permitted to leave for the next 14 days. So we want to advise all motorists, please follow His Excellency the President's guidance regarding movement of motor vehicles. Then another thing, we are seeing people failing to adhere to the curfew guidance. We were guided that movement should stop by 7 p.m., but we continue seeing movement of vehicles, movement of people, even beyond 7 p.m. The security people have been directed to enforce that directive. So we are warning you, and please make sure that you adhere. By 7 p.m., you are at home. By 7 p.m., all vehicles should be parked where they are supposed to be parked, especially those vehicles with stickers. Let us allow the security to do their work effectively and also properly in this era of COVID. We were also advised to use masks. And from what we are seeing, few people are embracing the use of masks. But we are advised by the scientists that masks are very key as far as preventing the spread of the disease is concerned. I want to call upon members of the public to please embrace use of a mask. It might be a little inconveniencing, but your life will be protected at the end of the day. Use masks properly, and also make sure that where possible, encourage your colleagues to do the same. And also those selling masks should follow the standard operating procedures. We have seen where people go to buy masks on the street, somebody tries on a mask, and if it does not impress him or her, they remove it, return it again on the same table, pick another one. That one should be discouraged. Where people keep on exchanging masks, trying on this one, trying another one, thinking that it is business as usual, it should be stopped. Once you pick a mask, please pay and move on. Otherwise, you might end up getting the disease because you don't know who tried on the mask you are trying on again. So those selling masks should make sure that they follow the strict guidance by the Ministry of Health to avoid spread of the virus in one way or another. I know garages were allowed to operate because vehicles were breaking down and they needed repair in one way or another. But the Ministry of Trade is engaging those people who sell spare parts with Kampala, with the Minister for Kampala. So they formed a committee. They are going to study the threat and also find measures, ways of mitigating the threats. And probably after the committee has thought through what needs to be done by government, then the minister will be in position to report back to the National Task Force and then maybe up to the president. A final decision will be taken from there. But right now, the status quo remains as engagements are taking place. I would request our friends, our brothers in Chiseka Market to please abide by the guidance which is in place as of now. Give way to the engagements to continue. Let your leaders engage with the respective ministries responsible. Thereafter, they will come up with a harmonized position, which harmonized position will be presented to the task force and maybe to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda. Then a final position will be taken and communicated to the public.
Now, you're very much aware about the categories of vehicles that were given passage. I remember sometime in the middle of last week, we carried out an operation to clamp down on some of those vehicles that were flouting the guidelines on restricted movement of vehicles. We managed to impound several vehicles, and that one helped a great deal because there are people who had forged stickers. Now you'll notice that the check barriers are there, but we had tightened earlier on whereby the issues of pickups, we had indicated that pickups, strictly those that are involved in cargo, going to farms and so on and so forth. But then it was relaxed eventually. And then we also had a category of essential workers, especially medical doctors, provided they had their workplace IDs and national IDs which indicate that they are doctors and attached to medical centers. They were also given passage. So that raised also another increase. Now, in this other easing of the restrictions, there are not so many new cars, private cars that actually came out, because we are still enforcing stickers. We are still enforcing stickers. That is why you see that our barriers up to now still continue to impound those motor vehicles. But we do have incidents of emergency.
And I want to tell you that it is during this period that we've noticed that people do have several medical conditions. We have expectant mothers, some who are going for review and some who are going for labor. Those ones, you don't even have to wait. There are people who have medical forms of chronic illnesses, heart diseases, then things to do with cancer. You have to give them passage and then they go because of the emergent situations that they are in. So that is how probably you see the increase in flow, but it is under humanitarian grounds where you have these emergencies. Si kituufu nti mulimu emmotoka nnyingi ez'obuyonjo ezeeyongeddemu mu makubo gaffe mu kiseera kino. Mujjukira bulungi nti mu mwezi ogwo ogwayita tulina ebikwekweto bye twakola oluvannyuma lw'okulaba nti emmotoka nnyingi zaali zitandise naddala ezo ez'obuyonjo n'ez'obwannannyini nga zeeyongedde mu makubo. Bwe twakola ebikwekweto ebyo twazuula sitiika enjingirire, abamu baali bazikoze fotokopi, omwami twamukwata, abalala baali balina nabo stickers ez'enjawulo, abalala nga bebatwala bakama baabwe ku mulimu ne balyoka batandika okutambula nga basaabaza abafamire n'emirimu emiralalala. So ebikolwa ebyo twagezaako okubirwanyisa era emmotoka ne zikendeera. Naye wano we tugenze nga tutambula mulimu ettuluba ery'abo abantu ab'omugaso ennyo, naddala abasawo abataafuna sitiika naye nga balaga nti balina national ID ne ID ez'oku mulimu. Abo bo omukulembeze yakkiriza nti basobola okweyongerayo n'okugenda okukola, era ekyo twakikkiriza. Naye ate ekiseera kino era tusobodde okulaba nti mulimu abantu abalina emergencies, naddala abakyala abazito abagenda okugenda ku review n'abagenda okusumulukuka, ennamba zaabwe nnyingi. Ate ne tubeera n'abantu abalala abalwadde nga balina endwadde zino ez'amaanyi, omuli kansa, omuli TB, omuli okulwala omutima n'okweyongerayo. So ezo ziviirako ennamba zino ez'emmotoka ez'obwannannyini, naye nga ekikulu kya byonna kyakulaba nti bakeberebwa ate n'okulaba nti bagoberera ebiragiro ebyateekebwawo ebyokwewala omujjuzo n'okusigala nga bayonjo.